The main thing is you get introduced to vendors that maybe would not have been on my radar. And so I think it's a good value for as a leader when you're going through the RFP process. It's good to make sure that you have a good full slate of different providers outside of the top maybe one or two companies. You get exposure to more vendors. I think that's good. And the other one is there's just a lot of thought leadership here, and you walk away with actionable, tangible ideas that you can try to implement on your own. On a daily basis, I probably receive a combination of 30 to 40 cold call emails or phone calls, and it's pretty overwhelming. And unfortunately, as a busy executive, my go-to response is basically to just ignore. So there's not a really great opportunity to hear from and to see the kind of products and services that some of these lesser-known vendors may offer. And I like the mix of established players and then up-and-comers. And you know who the established players are, but you don't know the up-and-comers. And so I think it's a really good value to see how they differentiate, how they're evolving, and how they're, furthering that product or that offering. You would meet with a lot of different vendors, and I think that's a good thing because you get to see, how they differentiate amongst themselves. I think you get exposure to some of the things that you've heard about, but you haven't had the time to investigate fully, and I think you can get a real jump on that just from hearing the presentations and also hearing directly from vendors that are operating in that space that you've been meaning to read that article about. So I think it's a good investment from that standpoint. Well, I certainly think, talking to like the senior sales reps, the CEOs, the founders of the company is good. It cuts through the noise. Because I'm not trying to be sold something that is not actionable for my organization. They've done their research, they know who we are, they know approximately how many lives that we're responsible for, employees that we're responsible for, and they're not bringing a small market solution to a large employer like myself. So it's just the information that's coming is a little bit more credible and more actionable, and you walk away saying, yeah, I really need to get a meeting with these people. So far I've had 8 meetings, or 7 meetings, and I would say, and I have 3 more today, so I'll have 10 total. I would say I've probably already scheduled 3 to 4 hard follow-ups. So, it's been really good. Now, part of that is I've been very deliberate in my selection of vendors that I want to speak with one-on-one, so as to not waste my time or theirs. And if I'm very happy with the service, I'm not really looking to entertain that. But there are areas where, I am interested, and it's good to be able to go in and hear from different vendors. And in many cases, I've been interested in some various products, and I've made sure that I've hit 2 or 3 vendors in that same space. So I'm getting the benefit of weeks worth of, horse and pony show meetings that you typically get, and I'm getting that in 2 hours. And I'm speaking directly with the top people.